Hello, my name is James and welcome to Mirror Domains. Today I'm going to be talking about the movie The Sea of Trees, starring Matthew McConaughey, Naomi Watts, and Ken Watanabe. Now this movie, well, it bombed. And I think it's because, well, it didn't have its mass release yet in North America as far as I know. But it came across my desk and I saw the trailers for it, and it looked like it was going to be one of those depressing movies where somebody goes out in the woods to commit suicide in a very famous forest at the base of Mount Fuji, which they already made a movie this year called The Forest, about that same forest. And you think it's just going to be this depressing film, and it sort of, well, is. However, the marketing for this really botched this. They botched it bad, and I hope they revamp the marketing before it hits a wider audience. Basically, the premise is this. This man, at his rope's end, goes out in the woods. He's full of despair. He's going to commit suicide. And then he has second thoughts about it, and he wants to get out of the forest. And he gets lost in the forest. And in getting lost, he reflects about his life. And that's really what the movie's about. And when he reflects, he has these flashbacks of how he got to where he is now. And that's really what the premise of the movie is. That's the bulk of what it is. The trailer for it sells it as something different, as kind of a cancer story. And it's really not that. So, know that going in. Aside from that, it really doesn't have a whole lot going for it because it's really long and it's got some pacing issues. So let me just break it down for you with my score sheet. As you know, acting, directing, and story are out of a possible 2 points each. Now the acting actually had some pretty good performances in it from McConaughey. He brought it to the table. And Ken Watanabe is in the forest with him. I thought all those interactions were really well done. So for that, I gave a full 2 points for the acting. Directing, serviceable. It was serviceable. Was it Gus Van Sant, I think? Yeah, who cares? Anyway, a 1 point for the directing. The story, as I said, the first trailer that was released doesn't sell this movie right. It is actually a fairly good premise. It's just, it falls flat a little bit in its execution. So for that, I gave a 1.5 for the story. Cinematography, it was trying with some crane shots, some helicopter shots of the forest. Color palette was what you would expect from the forest, but I gave a 0.5 for the cinematography. It was serviceable. Score, serviceable, 0.5. Would I recommend you to watch this in the watchability factor? No, I can't. I can't recommend that you watch this because it's actually really not depressing. It's depressingly dull. There, that's it. So for that, I gave the watchability a 0.5. Adding all that up, that is a 6 out of 10 for The Sea of Trees. It does have some things of value in there if you are a film-making fan. As a story, overall, it's not all that compelling. I like the interactions between McConaughey and Naomi Watts. There is some really good payoffs with McConaughey in that. But other than that, yeah, it's one of those movies that you just kind of put on as a mistake and you just end up watching and you're like, oh, it comes and it goes. Alright, so that's it. If you've liked my review, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. It's more of them on the